G'day. Today we're going to be talking about limiting beliefs. All of us carry limiting beliefs in one way or another. Some are more detrimental than others. By their very nature, limiting beliefs limit the choices we present ourselves. They give the illusion of closed doors when in reality those doors are open to us. Limiting beliefs are often backed by negative reinforcing experiences, creating a feedback loop where your actions are shaped by your beliefs. And in turn, those beliefs are further reinforced by your limited actions. I'll give you an example. English was not my first language coming to Australia. In primary school, I was very bad at writing. In high school, I maintained that belief. I maintained the belief that I was bad at writing, that I was just bad at English. And even though I understood the words coming out of my teacher's mouth, I didn't understand the reason or the rhyme behind them. Teacher did not explain it very well, in my opinion. And it didn't help that she did not have good control over the class. She was very much of a pushover and would let us just run rampant in the background. We would just talk over one over another. The teacher did not really control the class. So I spent my entire high school career resigned to the fact that I just would not understand English, that it would never make sense for me, and so I would never actually bother studying it. So there, I had established a limiting belief, backed by negative reinforcing experiences, that I was just bad at English. And my reinforcing experiences were my bad, but still passable grades. My poor grades demotivated me from studying English. And my lack of study, guess what, reinforced those terrible, terrible results. Now, my turning point for this was actually my HSC exam. So that is the university entrance exam. The rumor has it that because English was the only compulsory subject, they used that as the benchmark for where to scale your results. So having a good English mark gave you a huge advantage. At least that was the story. I don't know how true that actually is, but that was the thing that gave me a boost. It gave me the kick that told me I actually need to study. So for the first time in my entire schooling career, I sat down and I properly studied English. And as I memorized quotes, formulated arguments, and revised my essays, the pieces of the jigsaw finally started fitting together. And English, for the first time, started making sense. I remember feeling a strange mix of emotions at the time. I remember crying. Crying because I had missed out on so much learning, all because I had a simple limiting belief that English was not worth my time. Right? I didn't have that belief for math. I started from a very young age where my grandpa just, I don't want to say he shoved math down my throat, but we practiced math every day. Math became second nature to me. I never had that problem with math because I never had that limiting belief. In fact, quite the opposite. I had the reinforcing belief that I was amazing at math. Math should be easy for me. And that belief that math should be easy for me made me push, made me study so that math was easy for me. I had become an academic tutor for high school and for primary school kids after I graduated university. And for those primary school kids, I ended up teaching them English and I ended up teaching them writing. And the things that were so foreign to me, things that did not make sense to me, now that I was teaching them, they all made perfect sense. And so every lesson, I tried to give those kids the best learning experience that they could so that they don't have to have limiting beliefs the way I did. When I started teaching writing to them, I saw the stark differences between the good pieces and the bad pieces of writing. Only this time, I could exactly pinpoint what makes a piece good and what makes a piece bad, because I actually bothered studying English that one time. Real quick, hey, Miss Richards, if you ever end up seeing this video, I want to say thank you. Thank you for teaching me English in year 12. Thank you for putting up with my bullshit. Thank you for giving me that final push. And thank you for allowing me to finally understand and enjoy English. I have found many other limiting beliefs upon reflection. Being afraid that I looked funny when running, I never practiced layups in basketball. I never learnt any new moves. I never learnt any new dribbles. All I could do was bounce it all in my right hand. My left hand never dribbled the ball. All because I thought I would look funny. I believed that I was deserving of being a social punching bag. So I put up with it with very little complaint. I believed that I was not cool enough to wear certain brands, so I avoided those brands. I believed I was not cool enough to say certain phrases, so I never used those phrases in my vocabulary. I believed I was ugly to girls, so I never ever made a move, and I put myself one step below the friend zone. I judged people, and I believed they were bitchy based on a single personality trait or based on the clothes that they wear. And as a result, I missed out on a lot of friendships. The more I reflect, the more limiting beliefs I find. Your homework for this video is to do some reflecting. Ask yourself, what is one limiting belief holding you back? Start with one. Dive in deep and ask yourself, what has led you to form that limiting belief? Take as long as you need for this. You're probably going to need a lot more time than you think. And when you're ready, if you're brave enough, share that limiting belief with us down in the comments below. That's it from me today. Enjoy your homework. Done.